Look, I'm finally going to steal this city as well. And I say steal, I mean legitimately settle, but still, look at this holy site. Yes, we want to see. I've unlocked Visselbanken, but Colonial Officers is doing very good for me right now, so I'm not going to remove that card for a little bit. But nationalism, do you feel like knight armies and knight corps would definitely give me a little bit of an advantage here? 7 turns from ballistics. Cuirassiers, that will be a big step up in my armed forces. I mean, this 50 strength knight will be at 64, 74 when I have crusade. Yeah, that'll be really handy. Here is Tyre as well. That is the old Phoenician capital. Beautiful. I think loyalty should be better in these cities now. Yes, it absolutely should be. Sidon, Nora. I might leave Nora alone. I don't know. Again, I don't like the idea of taking out people entirely. If this culture victory is what I want to do, then yeah, gotta just make sure. Like Suleiman, for instance, is offering me 11 tourists. Pretty handy. Here we go. Beautiful Niter Settle, which is just lovely. And again, I'm actually really enjoying putting these holy sites down. The random adjacency that you have to pull off to make these work is just so strange. But what I'm doing is I'm actually now going distinctly with builders around, now that I've got civil engineering, and popping farms down around every holy site I can. +4s at the absolute minimum, but I think I can get 5s and 6s in most cities now, apart from the ones in the random desert, which is like, well, Egypt ruined this. What can you do? Well, what can I do about that? I can't do anything. Theatre Square, my first one, and if I remember, Theatre Square buildings are being built currently 100% faster than usual. Amphitheatre in 2 turns. Yep, that's the sort of fun I want to have. Turn 120, we're on 288 culture per turn. Still only have 27 tourism though. I am stealing a couple of wonders, but that's about it. Luxury resource monopolies at 162%. That hasn't moved in a while. But it's time, I think, to have a look at the international market and see, is there any writing available? Actually, are there any relics available? Relics are the most important things because they will give me tourism and also faith, which is brilliant. Nope, no relics at the moment. Where are the writing sources? I think I'm allied, or I was allied with Russia for some time, wasn't I? Yes, I am. Perfect. So Russia is likely to give me quite a bit. Actually, they've only got 2 works of writing, so that's a bit underwhelming. What's going on, Russia? What's going on? But 600 gold. I have so much gold per turn coming in. I can afford now to spend a little bit of time getting some little books. 2 more from Poland as well. Great. 8 culture per turn, but 8 more tourism per turn as well, which is actually worth about 20 tourism per turn with everybody else because of all my modifiers. So we'll take it. Oh, this crossbow's going to slip around all of my... This is so annoying. My knights have been methodically pushing out, but they've actually managed to slip around, which is really annoying. I'm going to kill this trader, I can tell already. So I'm now up to 37 tourism per turn, which is enough to give me 115 with Greece, 106 with Hungary, and someone I'm at war with or not friendly with, for instance, 75 with Spain. Okay, so that's good. We need more writing, a lot more writing. The books are out there somewhere. They're all being claimed fairly well. I just need to actually trade them manually, I think. Oh, Swenet is tough. That is a tough city. Do I leave Egypt with that? There is silver in this city, and silver is something I'm about to get a monopoly on because I think there's only 5 sources of it and 2 of it is there. Says Egypt's got 3 cities though, so I think they've settled something maybe over in this direction. I don't know where their other city is, but I can afford to take both. Okay, I can afford to take both. That's good. Means I will take this city. Oh, next turn apparently. Goodness me. 2 health. Why would you leave a city on 2 health? Come on, just give up the ghost. Now, Carthage only has 2 cities, now 1 city, so I don't want to knock them out of the game. I'm going to have to leave Sidon alone, but I do want to just steal that silver from them quickly. Now I'm going to offer them peace. I want all of your gold. Well, almost all of your gold, but there we go. Look, peace with Phoenicia, and I'll get open borders as well. There we go. Lovely stuff. That's actually 1 front that I have now closed down, so I can send my 2 knights down to deal with Egypt quickly. Byblos is very tempting a target, but I think Arabia had a bit of military last time I checked. Oh, no, 185. That's actually not too bad. We'll go for a formal war with Arabia. I would quite like all of those resources, please, and I just like the idea of sort of unifying as much of the Byzantine land as we can, having as much land border handy. I'm just going to take care of this crossbow before it can retreat back to the city, and Cairo flips to my religion. I think Cairo, Yeah, that's going to have been their capital. So used to seeing that as Egyptian, but no, not in this game. Okay, attempt 2 at taking that city, and this time it works. Perfect. I just need to remove this heretical religion, and Egypt is now down to 2 cities in theory, with 68 strength on that city. It's very tough. Every time I make a new holy site though, every time, I built this one, I forgot to put it on a river. There's always one. Never mind. Some hippodromes though, and all the rivers. It doesn't matter that I've got 28 cities now. Yeah, still everyone is happy, which is ridiculous. Or at least content. I can do content. Content is pretty good as well. Look at all of this olive and incense, and oh, we are still settling on the luxuries like mad. It's very effective. You know what? I like these games where you've got the time just to spread out a little bit and really make your empire massive. So I've just got colonialism, which gives me colonial taxes. When you've got a big war game, 25% extra gold and 10% extra production in cities on a different continent. Well, that works quite well because you'll find that a lot of cities are on different continents. Eastern Europe there, and then also Asia over there as well. I love the way that the continents are done on this map. It's just so cool. But at the moment, Egypt is proving difficult. Very difficult. They've just moved their caravel out of the city, which is a little helpful, but I'm still struggling to make any impact on these walls. I need a bigger army, a bigger and more secure army, because I really want this city and I really want its silver. So what are we going to do? There's no point just sending sort of half-hearted wave after wave here. I've got to bring a decent army to the fold, and what would be best? Well, cuirassiers are going to be very useful. I think bombards are going to help as well. And I think I was just 1 tech away from nationalism, which I'm going to pick up quickly. Oh, a merchant. Oh, I'll be able to make a corporation later. Yeah, a couple of bombards I think will help to bring this city down. So that's what we're going to do. 1 bombard in that city and 1 bombard in this city. That should be enough, I think. Mount Everest. Don't remember that being in Europe. Never mind. Don't complain. Don't complain. I'm sure it's a thing. I'm sure it's a feature. In all seriousness, the way this map has echoed itself and reflected itself is really cool. So you'll get a wander over on the left-hand side, which will be mirrored by another wonder, which is similar, but not the same. It's really cool. Alright, our alliances have all expired, and now I have to decide what I want to renew and what I don't want to renew. Now, Greece. Greece is the big one. The main thing is going to be based on resources. What has Greece got, and how much of that do I want? Greece has access to a marble, tobacco, and a dyes. Now, I have a dye monopoly already, and I would get a tobacco monopoly. So Greece is very, very tempting a target, and it would allow me to unify these cities. So I'm going to allow my Greek alliance to expire. Now, in order to get a good war with Greece, I have to make sure that I get a good military ally. Out of the remaining ones, I've got Kublai as a friend and I've got Hungary as a friend. Neither of them have a military, although Russia is my military ally, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, we'll just go for alliance types that people will pay lots of money for. We'll double check. No, I didn't have a good alliance with Greece, so yeah, we're ready to go to war with them anytime we want. They already follow Crusade, which is just lovely, and their army's going to be scattered to the 7 winds, trying to sort of block all of my boats, which are just floating around. I'll bring all my units back round to here. For now, we're going to attack Eridine first. I don't know, why did I move that unit back? I don't know. I think the thing that I need now is flight. And the reason I need flight is observation balloons. That will help me massively. So what have I got to do for that? We've got to get military tactics, education, mass production, banking. All of these things are really easy to do. Yeah, we should be fine. But there's our first Curacao. Oh, strong. Very strong unit. I love it. You know, I've actually managed to pick up 6 out of 18 tea. There's a lot more tea, and as a Brit, it's not enough tea, but it's a good amount of tea. Look at olives as well. Oh, yes. All of these luxuries, just everyone in. Even marble up here as well is all finding its way in. Just means every time I go to market, I can say, look, everyone, I have all of these luxuries. Who wants them? Anybody. Anybody can have them as long as you're, you know, not on my chopping block list. Looking at you, Greece. Actually, I've just taken all of Greece's money, so that sort of deal is fine. Okay, we're into the Renaissance era now, and as you can see, there's been a lot of movement. Greece has gone to a normal age. Phoenicia is a Dark Age, that's quite good. Egypt is normal. Scythia is normal, but I'm golden, and that's kind of what matters here. I could go for anything here, but I'm going to go Monumentality still. 473 faith per turn. It means my ability to print settlers is pretty much 1 per turn at the moment, and I'm really getting these cities out. I've got 29 at the moment. It's turn 126, but I reckon we can probably get to about 40, 45 cities. I'm just enjoying it. Like, I've got all the space. It looks like it's really weird that everyone loaded on the left-hand side of the map and not the right, which is a little bit of a shame. Still though, you're going to find people settling across. England is only a couple of settles away, as is Norway. Well, here we go. Professional army, 50% gold discount on all units. I can make my horses slightly horsier. Yeah, sorry Greece. This is going to go badly for a lot of people, no doubt, but we've got to make this work. Just going to do a quick brief round of diplomacy. Like, does anyone want to get in with any of these wars? Oh, Dido wants in against Tamiris. Okay. Oh, my Dromans are quite weak against these Greek cities, but never mind. It's okay. We just wanted a couple of unit kills to really get this kicked off. One attack with Crusade. Oh, the Crusade attacks are a little bit better. Okay, that's fine. Still though, this could be a tricky war. I want to, at the very least, take probably these 4 cities, but then I'm going to be looking for where the luxuries are and going for those because, yeah, I'm very luxury focused this game. We need monopolies. We need the tourism. We're on 162%, but that could get so much higher. But there's nationalism. We've got cores. Cores and cores and cores. Look at this. Wonderful stuff. So I can start getting bombard cores, which helps a lot. Trebuchet cores. We've got cuirassiers we can do the same thing with. Goodbye, Byblos. 1 cuirassier attack with no walls and you cannot survive. Mwahaha, I'm not going to liberate you to Phoenicia. No, 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 no. Oh, perfect. Arabia's made their own religion and it's literally just this city that follows it. That's what you like to see. That's another +3 taxes if we can pick this up. Okay, to make that work, I'm going to need a couple of trebuchets, I believe. Otherwise, that should be a fairly simple takeover, I hope. I'm not entirely sure if that's true. Oh, a relic and a tribal hut. Wow, on turn 129, that's my second this game. Look at that. Turns out if you just play the game long enough, then eventually you get all the relics. I'm really hoping that killing a couple of these units of Bologna is close enough to my cities to spread my religion. Yeah, it was. These are my newly settled ones. That's helpful. That means we've got a beautiful chunk of faith coming through this holy site now. Another +5. Beautiful. How good is this bombard going to be? It's pretty good. Yes. Oh, good. That's wonderful. Okay, that takes the pressure off. I think we can hopefully destroy Egypt within about 5 turns, and that's not really committing that much army as well, which is very handy. 78 strength frigate attack. I finally unlocked frigates and I'm using them now. I've got a decent amount of niter coming in, 10 per turn. But we're making success against Greece. I've got Egypt on the ropes. Yeah, Arabia's a little more tricky, as is Scythia. I might actually make peace with Scythia if they're allowing it. No, they still don't want peace. You gotta respect that hustle. Now, which city will this one flip to in loyalty? Me. It is flipping to me just. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, well, I'll just keep spreading my religion then. Scythia have this habit of sending the odd unit, like 1 at a time against me, and I'm thinking, yeah, you do that as long as you want. That's very handy for me. There's natural history. I'm gonna pick up conservation because I would love it if my walls, which I do actually have quite a few walls, I'd love it if they gave me tourism because honestly, I need anything that I can get right now. Oh, barbarians, would you please go away? I don't want to have to build a new navy. Edirene? I don't know how you'd pronounce that city, but it is mine now. I could liberate it, but I'm not going to. There we go. Swarming Athens now as well. Ankara is on no health. I'm just waiting for my caravel to get there, then I'll attack Rhodes. Greece is falling really quickly. Naval combat with Dromans is so powerful. And we're well into the Renaissance era now, and Dromans are still very much holding their own. I really like them. All of these holy sites being finished as well. We're up to 525 faith per turn, 400 culture on turn 131. I mean, yeah, the Byzantine snowball is real. It's a little bit harder that I can't use heavy cavalry to knock down walls, but I'm still getting heavy cavalry and they can still attack units like just as well as anything else. So, I mean, it's still very, very useful. It's just the passive economy growth you get. You can play a much more peaceful game as Theodora and still do just as well. Not that, you know, peaceful Byzantine is any fun at all. You wanna just throw yourself at everyone repeatedly. It's the Byzantine way. Oh, 333% luxury resource. What did we just pick up? We picked up another monopoly of something. Tobacco. I must have taken that from Greece, maybe? Yeah, underneath this city. There we go, my second monopoly. I just picked up Valletta. Oh, 500 faith per turn, and now I can just buy in city centre buildings. That is very handy. I mean, it's fair to say that I have competing interests in my faith per turn at the moment. I have a lot of things that are demanding it, but it's not a problem. There we go. Oh, when its walls are down. Finally, I reckon next time we can take that city. That will be a huge relief. Ankara and taken. Was there any great works in that city? Please tell me there was. No, there were. They've all been ferried out. Never mind. That's all of Turkey's sort of mainland taken, apart from the bits that I've sort of puppeted, so that's wonderful. We like to see that. We like to see a good puppet play as well. I don't mind keeping the AI alive in random places as long as it serves me well. Athens will fall next turn. That'll give me Machu Picchu. Oh, amazing. And then Rhodes, Sparta. It's going to make our way round. It's not a good Byzantine Empire unless we control Greece and some of Italy, right? Valletta's very useful to have because you can go, oh no, there are vampires, and then put ancient walls up and suddenly you're all fine. There goes Athens and a bunch more luxuries with it. Beautiful. Greece is probably just thinking like, but you were my ally. What went wrong? And I'm sort of thinking, yeah, nothing really. I just sort of fancied expanding. You know, sometimes when your house is just a little too small and you covet your neighbour's house, you're like, oh yes, I like the extension you've put on the side of your garage. Yeah, I want a bit of that. That's sort of essentially what happened here. Like Greece was just doing too well and I sort of thought, yum. All right, Swenet, I think the time has come for me to nab this silver, which hopefully means that I've got another monopoly. Might take a second to update. Where's silver gone? Nope, 3 out of 5 monopoly. There we go, up to 570% now. Good. Where's the rest of the silver? I'm just sort of doing this thing where I'm sort of going, oh, if I found it all, where is it? There's some over there, and there is some just like next to me. Okay, good. That's 2 settlement opportunities there. We can go settle those places. Anyway, Egypt, peace. They're just like, yes, we wanted peace like 700 years ago, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, sorry about that. Nice floodplains though. I guess that ability is super powerful when against Ursa. Oh, I just gave him 9 gold per turn. Whoops. I should really read those deals before I just sign up to them. Conservation. Perfect. Okay, we are flying through the civic tree now, which is brilliant. Got opera and ballet just for a couple of envoys. Actually, I've got a few envoys. Oh, Jerusalem's now made peace with me. Oh, that's wonderful. Up to 634 faith per turn. But don't worry, stupas will improve that a little bit more. Put a few more envoys into Jerusalem and bam, 659. Beautiful. Conservation just gave me about 50 to 60 tourism per turn. So we've got plenty. We are now starting to win that culture victory, which is really good. Oh, that was a heavy chariot. I just managed to sacrifice in. Never mind. Fine. It wasn't even a Curacao. No one minds. No one minds really. The military emergency fails, and also the one I was in, both of them failed. One of them's good for me and one of them's bad, but hey, I would have had 200 favor. I'm losing 28 per turn. We ignore that. You might think that that represents war crimes, but really, this is just minus 28 jealousy. AI basically just says, yeah, we're super jealous, and, you know, gives an allowance for that. Oh yeah, of course. The Dead Sea heals all of your units if they spend a turn there. That's actually very handy. We're going to make use of that. We finally made our... this is kind of like the north coast of where Germany and Denmark is on the other flank of the empire, but that's some more honey. We must be close to a honey monopoly by now. 9 out of 20. No, we aren't close at all. Blimey. Here I was thinking I was sweet enough. Not true. Arabia wants to make peace. I will make peace with them, but not right now. They've just settled another city over there, which is wonderful because it means I can take both of these cities. But they've got a bunch of great works. I like that. And Poland wants to trade great works with me. No, you don't get how this works. I buy them from you. There we go. 2 more books. Lovely. National Park. Yay, I'm doing this mainly for the amenities, to be fair. Like, that is kind of the main reason I would do any of this. It's just actually, it gives you 2 amenities in the city you build in and then 1 in the surrounding 4. But just throwing 6 into the mix keeps everyone happy. Here's another city, this time to pick up all of this jade. Look at this. Beautiful industry. 20 sources of this on the map, quite a bit, so we're unlikely to get a monopoly there, but we're doing really well on everything else. Olives was a big one. I managed to get a bunch there, which means probably there's a bunch over in this direction as well. Yeah, Scythia's got it all. Scythia has all of the fun stuff in their empire. It's like they want me to take them out. They're like, look Ursa, we've got all these things that you're going to end up coveting, and I'm like, oh, please, sir. Can I have some luxuries? Incoming attack, and Rhodes is mine. Lovely. No luxuries in this city, but it does let me get through to Sparta. Gelonus! Yay! We took it eventually, didn't we? I think the loyalty should be pretty good with my religion in there. Yeah, and it'll be relatively happy. There's tea, there's horses, there's hanging gardens. Hanging gardens is actually the thing that I'm most excited about. That's really cool. 15% growth in all cities. Yeah, I mean, we've got enough happiness that my cities are still growing, so that's all really cool. Well, my spy finally arrived in Scythia. That was 8 turns ago, and in that 8 turns, I think I've taken about 12 cities? This game is going so quickly. 137, we're on 542 culture. So we've just hit the giddy heights of industrialization, which means I am one coaly sausage. Look at this, we've got it under roads, lovely. Some under a mine already. I love when that happens. There's something good about coal being put under a city center or a district, so you're already getting it. But when it's under a mine, you sort of go, yeah, that lined up well, I like that. Some over there, perfect. The funny thing is though, is that this is the least impressive or exciting industrialization I think I've ever had in Civ 6, because although it unlocks cool things like coal power plants and Ruhr Valley, if you have a look down the Great Engineer tree, you'll notice I'm on 0 engineer points. That's right, I have 39 cities and not a single industrial zone. I'm actually amazed about how I've done that. How have I not built a single industrial zone? What? I swear that's actually quite an accomplishment. And it just shows you how effective Theodora's amazing production bonuses with the holy sites and the culture and all this sort of nonsense. Turn 138, by the way, we're almost at 600 culture per turn. Big numbers. Big numbers. Big fun. I think all of these barbarians want to have a word with my Ursa. Like, how are you so cool with such amazing sort of purple and white armor? I love the color scheme. It's really cool. You know what? I'm just going to wait on this hill and hope they all go away. Oh, finally, the Bombard Corps is doing some decent damage. This is even before the second promotion as well. Good. Cairo, Damascus, we're going to take both of those cities. Actually, it'll help if I can spread my religion around a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Cairo is started to fall. That's exciting. That will bring my taxes to +9. You know what I'm going to do? Normally, I get flight, build some aerodromes, and then rush immediately to aluminium and radio and then advanced flight. No, today I'm going to be doing something different. I'm going to go flight and then I'm going to go refining. I'm going to use some biplanes. I'm going to use some shooty boys. We always neglect the biplane, but as we all know, it is the superior unit, and one shooty boy can take down a giant death robot. We've shown that time after time. And I'm actually not even being silly. Giant death robots are really good, but they don't start with any anti-air strength. So until they get the promotion way into the future era that gives them anti-air, biplanes can wreck them. Like, it's one of the reliable units that can destroy them way ahead of their time. Have a look. I did a series ages ago with Vicky and England where I had to accept any trade deal that AI gave me. It was a really weird game and I was so far behind. I had this crazy war where I had about 10 artillery and about 7 biplanes against a fleet of Japanese giant death robots, and somehow I held on. I still think back to that, and it was the most weird and crazy game. I loved it. It was wonderful. Oh, now Scythia wants peace. That's about 100 turns too late, friend. Actually, I keep saying 100 turns. It really hasn't been 100 turns. It's only turn 138. This game has been going on for so long because of its size, but I just forget how quickly we've been moving and how much we're doing every turn. Oh, go away. Military emergencies. No, nobody wants to do them. It's not fashionable. Maybe it is fashionable. Portugal's joined. That's a little bit annoying. They were my main gold per turn trading partner. Let's see what the damage is. English, Eleanor of Aquitaine, Portugal. Greece was already at war. Poland's back at war. Rome was already at war. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's not a problem. We can just get everybody else in on peace. Hang on. Yeah, I lost about 100 gold per turn there. It's fine. This is why I keep some allies in the game. It's always good to hang on to like 3 or 4 allies and kind of feed them cities and make sure they're doing really good, because then they will trade with you. And sometimes you just need any ally. Any ally in the game that can just give you anything will help. Like even that one salt, it's enough to bring some of my cities out of being unhappy. Always check the people that have denounced you as well. Norway doesn't want to trade with me, but if I give them 300 gold, they will give me some whales. Same with Ludwig, he'll give me some coffee. Always have a look. Can I flip Cairo with this kill? No, not quite. But it looks like the AI has just left a bunch of barbarian settlers just everywhere. Like, oh, there's another one down there. Oh man, what has Arabia been doing? I am not complaining. This is like three cities for me. I'm still pumping out settlers, by the way, like by the absolute truckload. I've moved Magnus to a coastal city, and now I can just sort of skip immediately into the sea and go and find the islands that have got all the luxuries. We've got Inverse Africa offering me wine. There's a bunch of spices over there. We've got jade. Just all I'm doing is just expand. Getting almost 800 faith per turn. A settler's only 745, so I'm getting one settler every turn. This game is just accelerating. This is why I didn't go Warlord's Throne. I wanted to be able to get all of the builders with the settlers and just chuck the builders out. That's Corinth taken anyway. Emergency is not going to stop me. I'm just going to continue taking all of these cities. Urbanization is something I'm really looking forward to, by the way, because forced modernization will cut the niter cost on my Droman upgrades. Getting 2 per turn, 10% at the moment, but like a core of Dromans is like 40 to upgrade, and it's just, that's too much niter. I refuse on moral grounds. Another national park. It's the amenities I'm after, although I am starting to get some good tourism with people now. Still though, my luxury hunt continues, even saltier, turn by turn. That's some tea I can stretch and reach there. Awesome. Here we go, some more cities. This is a double honey city. Look at this. Oh, and this one gets me a little bit more honey as well. So I've just picked up 3 more sources of that. I was just having a look. This is the monopoly I really wanted. Yay, I've got it. Oh, that required so much settling into this area, but how much has that given me? That's just increased me from 600% to 1,200%. Okay, you know what? Something tells me that that was reasonably effective. You know, I'm always reluctant to exaggerate, but that was one of my better ones, to put it lightly. Oh yeah, we're gaining tourists now. We are gaining tourists. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. We've still got a few turns of fun. Really want to take Cairo. This would be a good look for me. Oh, there's Flighter just doing some pillaging. Wonderful, but come on, Cairo, take it. Beautiful. Yes, okay, now I can finally get all of these spices because I don't have enough luxuries, as we all know. So mobilization, I've got 600 culture now, which is wonderful, and forced modernization, perfect. Right, I've got so many Dromans that I need to upgrade. Look at all these. Only 20 niter now, 330 gold for a fleet upgrade. That's pretty neat. We don't mind that at all. 1 shot, 2 shots, and then come and take this city now. Beautiful. That opens up a lovely border with Rome, which is not lovely at all. Like, I won't lie. That's pretty annoying. Oh, that's bad loyalty there. Yeah, Rome is causing an issue. This is basically just a fueling stop. It's a fueling stop whilst I upgrade all of my troops. Portugal has very decent boats. These now are quite powerful, so I don't want to really get on their wrong side. So I might need more of a fleet. I may need to actually think about upgrading that quite considerably. Look, we're finally putting pressure on one of Scythia's cities. It took about 700 years, but we got there. There's printing. That is highly useful because I have been diplomatically behind a lot of people this game, and my spies are taking so long to go from city to city, they are effectively useless. Look at that, still spreading my religion whilst we're at war. Can we take this city this turn? Oh, I haven't had a breakthrough with Scythia for some time. Look at that. Perfect. And now I can finally go and kill these barbarians. Oh, that's been painful. What I can do, though, soon is get myself a military academy in this city and then just faith pray in armies immediately with observation balloons. That's what I'm really looking forward to. Then I can really start to hit Scythia from a distance. It's all for tea. I have 50% control over tea, and my inner Brit, it's chafing against the feeling of inadequacy. I need all the tea. All of it, I say. Damascus has been taken. Cool. Alright, Arabia, I'll give you peace. Yes, I will want everything that you own in life, but it's okay. For peace, I think you'll take it. We're also still settling new cities everywhere. I've committed to going wide. Very, very wide this game. And you know what? No harm in that at all. Oh, there's some wine over here as well. Do I want to go for that, or did I want to go for more honey? Actually, I've got 2 settlers. What am I talking about? I can do both. That is 51 cities, by the way. What did I say? 50-ish? 60-ish? It's about that level, wasn't it? Yeah, I've kind of done that. Hey, look, everyone. I did a thing. It's a +6 industrial zone. Oh, that's my first one. It's beautiful. Actually, it's not my first one. I think I might have one in my capital, but it's almost my first one. Okay, time to execute plan. Military academy in this city. Yes, and now I can, for instance, go bombard army. I haven't got enough niter for that. What else could I do that's going to give Scythia a bloody nose? You know what? It's only got medieval walls. Can I still build myself a siege tower? I can't. No, we've teched up beyond that point. I have observation balloons now. Okay, we can only use the hard stuff. That's fine. Anybody got any niter on the open market? Ursa needs a little niter. Oh, Kublai, I knew you'd be the one. Perfect, right, let's try this again. Bombard, army, 60 niter, but 72 range strength. Bam. Oh yeah, that is one chunky boy. Oh, I just picked up another spice monopoly and I've now got 1,575% tourism. Oh, we reckon that's going to be enough. It could be 50-50. Industrial zones springing up everywhere now. Oh, rapidly industrializing. I can't see what the climate's doing because that's bugged out at the moment, but I assume the world is starting to heat up merrily. Oh, and there's a sugar monopoly as well, so we're now at 1,953%. I don't know if I remember it being this high. Oh, 20-player maps are the best. What a ridiculous build. I know it's with game modes, but it's sort of, it's part of the game, and when you get a civ that just works with game modes really well, yeah, it's just a very satisfying thing. And there we go. There's the culture victory. Look at that. Perfectly achieved. Sub 150 as well. Very powerful. Theodora is possibly one of my favorite new leaders. Now, Basil and Byzantium, I think, are still my favorite just because there's something so satisfying about that Tagma rush. Heavy cavalry attacking cities will always be one of my favorite things, but culture from holy sites and farm adjacency on holy sites not only makes your holy sites reliable, but that extra culture is brilliant early game, and by the end of the game I was pushing 700 culture there, and very little of that was coming from anywhere else. Now Void Singers obviously helped, but even if I'd taken Void Singers away, I still would have had by far the biggest stats, because Byzantium still has very aggressive, brilliant policies. The Hippodrome is one of the best unique districts in the game, as well as giving you 3 units. The 3 amenities just from building it is amazing. But then also spreading your religion and having Crusade, they're just so good. Byzantium have been so good for so long, and this is no better. Look at that! Only score 1,542. I've got Marcus flipping Aurelius again. It's my spirit animal. Clearly, Marcus. I don't know why I keep getting them. Buildings is corrupted. Woo! Cities captured. Me? No, that wasn't me. Cities founded. Look, I was settling my own cities. I wasn't capturing them. Cough. I didn't lose a single city, which is wonderful. I constructed more districts, mainly holy sites and hippodromes, being honest with you. Great People Land. I don't think I actually have any. No, 2 Great People all game. And I think Wonders is going to be exactly the same. I don't think I did an entire... Did I actually build any Wonders? No, that was a Wonder 3 game. There you go, you see? And look, that is mad. I was the culture leader after turn 41, 42? No, sorry, looking at the wrong pink. That was Cleopatra. I took the culture victory, or culture lead just after turn 80. Oh, that's so powerful. That is so powerful. Science, yep, look, you can see I was competing with the best most of the game. My faith was the rock on which my civilization was founded. Look at that, perfect. Score was doing well. There's religions founded. I can't believe 2 people snuck in before me, but thank goodness we got work ethic. A lot of people keep saying, oh, the AI never takes work ethic. It does, trust me. I've had it stolen from me before. It's not as often as, say, Feed the World, but they do take it. It's kind of on like their B category of the things that they often take. That and warrior monks. Sort of the same level of priority, I don't know why. Units killed, way over 200. Units lost. How many did I actually lose that game? Not too many. I count that as 7 units all game. I'll take that, pretty good. Who's purple? They managed to stay out of this. Oh, Rome. Rome didn't lose a single unit until right at the end. That was me blowing up their boats. Oh, almost the perfect run from Rome there. Yeah, what a game. What a game. Just a few little observations though. Massive fan of the map, really, really good. I wish I managed to get the civilizations to spawn on the other side of it better, but what can you do? The way that the AI seems to have actually kind of half-made realistic looking nations. Poland kind of looks a bit like Poland. Germany looks a little bit like like Germany. The Netherlands has just actually built pretty good Netherlands, as well as capturing a lot of the UK, which I really like. That's awesome. Sweden doing Swedish things well into Norway there. I think Harold was having that good a game. I always am a little bit sad when Eleanor of Aquitaine doesn't quite take off, but, you know, I wasn't helping. I was buying great works from people, so she was kind of being suppressed a little bit. Spain and Portugal doing Spain and Portugal things. Oh, look! Portugal had actually just started to settle other Portugal. Look at that. It's what you like to see. And obviously, Void Singers had a big effect this game. 20% of my faith turning into gold, science, and culture. That's just under 200 of each stat. But you look at that, I still would have had about 260 science, about 460 culture. I would have still been competing with the lead. And the whole reason for that is just the yields. The absolute crazy yields that you're picking up from our holy sites. Like all the way through the game, my capital was producing 12 faith, 12 production, and 12 culture. With Pingala in place and with good amenities, that's 72 culture in a city without a theatre square, 58 production in a city where the industrial zone is barely doing anything. It's just the passive, let's get on with it bonuses that Theodora provides. I love them. I think this may be my new favourite civ. I'm just putting it out there. I've always liked a good holy site, a good religion civ, and this is no exception. I'm sort of looking forward to seeing how they play on a much smaller map, and don't worry, next game, we have a very different sort of game coming for you next time, so I hope you're all excited about that. Remember, if you want to play this game, including playing this game with the relic start, I've left all of those save files in Discord. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next series. Goodbye! And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Dayboy91, Sean Portland, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Davalex, Skeptical Bear, Krogerbrand Trailmix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Petra Ryan, Matthew Hatch, Amiri C, Rom88, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Boy Zorro, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Bear, L. Truand, Creston, RB Hedge, Mushkin Mandeltort, Esri Dax, Deeble Time, Shoelace, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Clint Hennes. Thank you all for your support, it's amazing, see you all next time, goodbye!